Okay guys, this is a special and I'm going to do it once a week while the children are on holiday. For all you mums and dads out there who are maybe tearing your hair out already because you don't know what to do with the kids. And I'm using the witches' runes today, and I have asked Deity, but I'm going to ask them quickly now, give us something that we can use, Freya, please, for the children, for the next generation, for those that are on holiday from school and are totally bored. Can we please have a rune that's going to show us what we can be doing today? So guys, I'm going to put the whole lot on. Now these are the witches' runes, and I expect some of you have seen my video on this. And the ones that are turned over I'm not going to take. I'm taking them away. And we are left with these. So we have, now what you do with these runes is pick the one that you think is in the middle, and it's a bit difficult. I believe it's this one, which is the sun. Now the sun, what would you say that is? Well, I would say it is the children feeling total relief that they're not at school, that they are so happy, they are so excited because they are free. But what are they doing? They are happy because they've left school, but all of a sudden they realise they haven't got their friends around them, that they want to start asking you, I want to do this, I want to do that, why can't we do this, why can't we do that? And of course, at the moment, where are you at? And I'm going to look at the next room for that, guys, and we're going to go over to this one. And it's all about commitments, the rings. It's about, yes, you have your family, they're at home, but do you have a job? Are you stuck financially? Is there a problem? Which I feel it's to do with work. With some of you parents, you still got to go to work. You still got to find someone to look after your children, or it's got to be a sort of partnership in some way, and it could be that the grandparents are looking after them, or friends are looking after them, or they're going somewhere, or they're being looked after by someone you have to pay. Now this can put a stress on you guys, but what I want to say is that the rings are also saying you do have your commitment to your children as well, and it is not a good time for you when you have all this time ahead and not understanding how you're going to cope. So let's go on to the next reading, and I would say the men, yes, I've got man, mankind. I don't know if you can see these on this green cloth, but mankind, men bring through the stability, the essence of manhood, but also that is the finances coming in, the man that goes to work, the children at home, having to pay everything. There could be some minor issues in maybe getting a bit frazzled and arguments in the family because you can't really afford to do things. So let's go on to the next one, and I feel it's direction. What direction do you go? Have you got things booked so that the children aren't bored while they're off? Have you got a holiday on the way that you're trying to finance, and so you're having to work harder? So what I want to say with this is, please do not be pulled by the children. They are your children and you love them, but they obviously have to understand that it is not easy, and that financially, food wise, and everything that's going on at the moment. So you have to write down, I feel, what I'm being shown is that you have to make plans. You have to write down when you can spend time with the children, when you have to work, how much you have available to you financial, and who can help you within the family. Can the grandmother or grandfather help? Can the friend help? Is your friend going out, the one that doesn't work? Could she sort of take your child or children with them for the day out? You know, there are ways of doing it, but you need to write it down and get it in your mind what you're doing. That way it will not be chaos. You will not wake up every day thinking, now what am I going to do? The children are getting all grouchy and upset because we're stuck in and I've got to go to work, blah blah. So even for those that are at home, when you're at home and you haven't got a job, finances are very tight, so you still get stuck indoors. Can you go to grandma's with them, have a day out with grandma, go out shopping, even if it's window shopping? So let's go on to the next rune, and I do believe it is joy. Love. Remember, through all this anguish, you are still a unit of love. You love them, they love you. You know, tensions might be there, but you still love your children. And remember, the grandparents love your children too, and so do your friends. You might not want to ask for their help, but I'm sure they would be willing to do so. They have more time than what you do. So, looking forwards, you have waves, you have movement, which means things can be sort of, you can do it as you go, but as long as you've got that general idea of what you really want to do. Yes, make plans, as I said, but if something comes up, go for it. You'll probably enjoy it more if it's spontaneous. Now we have woman, that's you. Now, this is you and your health and how you feel. Guys, at the end of the day, you have feelings too, and you might be getting really ratty with the children because you're inundated with everything. And normally you have a regular way of living, and when the children are not at school, it makes life very much more harder for you. You know, always clearing up, looking after them. It's costing you more money to keep them at home. You have to feed them. You have to go through everything with them. They might have projects to do during the school holidays. There's all this. So you've got to make sure you look after yourself and get some much needed time for yourself. And that includes the man. When he comes home from work, if you work too, that's both of you. But if you don't and you're at home with them, then when the man comes home, say to him, right, you can cook dinner, you can do this, I'm having a rest, I'm going to have a long soak in the bath. And you've got to try and, balance it. And the I here is saying, look at how your family is. Love them. Look at them. See what you've been given, what blessings you've got. If you've got a holiday booked, look towards it. Look forwards to it. And remember, the children are out of routine too. And sometimes, even though they like being at home, they still miss that bit at school, even though they don't like to admit it. They do like to, be there with their friends each day, etc. And there you go, guys. Just a reading. Felt the need to do something for you guys, being it is the summer holidays and it can be a fraught time for all involved. I remember when mine was smaller and I had such a job in my hands. It was always trying to find the money to take them out for the day, to make them less anguished. But when you take them out, then they want gifts, they want food, they want everything, and they don't understand how difficult it is for us to find the money or the time. A lot of us have to work now, so I thought it would be great to give a little reading once a week on how we can do things for the children. So I would say this has been about getting your priorities right, making a list of what you can do, and telling the children, as it is, Mummy can't afford to do that today, but maybe we can do it later in the week. Or Mummy can't afford to buy you this today, but when Daddy gets paid, we'll ask him and see what he says. We can't afford to do that today, guys, but we've got a holiday booked and we're going to have fun. You can also tell them that they can maybe text their friends a bit more or talk to them. They have so much now in their phones and their computers that they can actually talk to each other. But make sure they also get some air in their lungs, even if it's only in your back garden. When the weather's nice, put a paddling pool out there and let them go mad in it. Things like that. And that is the suggestion today and I hope it's helped you in some way, and I'll be back with this particular reading next week. And have a great week, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.